Morgan, what was the difference tonight?
I don't know. It was obviously a close game. I thought the first was up and down the ice, and then they won the second. And when you're playing from behind, and it just doesn't go your way, you end up losing games.
You guys are tough there at the second, giving up that late one. You're almost going into the third tied.
Yeah, for sure. You don't want to do that, and ultimately that ends up being a big difference in the outcome.
What changed in the second period?
I don't know. I think it's always a matter of execution and structure and whatnot. I think we were a bit careless with the puck, but ultimately they go into the third with a lead, and we're not able to come back.
What happened in that sequence of the first goal against?
I mean, really nothing stands out in particular.
What was your sense of the power play tonight?
I thought we moved it well, but obviously not scoring. Again, plays a role in the outcome.
What does the team take away from these two games coming off Sweden going into next week?
It's just good to get back playing again. We're going to look to get back into our normal schedule here this week, playing more often. So we're looking forward to that.
I think Joseph did all he could tonight to help you guys get a win.
Yeah, Joe was great. He's played great all year when he's been in there. So we got to give him a little bit more support.
Yeah, I think they were a little heavier and played consistently throughout the whole full 60. I think we were sloppy in the second period, and that just kind of gave up the chances. And I think we were chasing a little bit too much, and I think we just needed to capitalize on those chances as well in the third period.
What's your sense of the line right now?
Yeah, I think we're still trying to familiarize ourselves with each other, and obviously they're two incredible players. So I just gotta, find myself to be in good spots and be around the net. And I think, obviously they can make plays, and I think, we click here and there. But I think we want to find that consistency throughout the whole game, and into every game.
What's the biggest challenge playing with? We know the plus side of what those guys are like, but what's the biggest challenge playing with them?
I don't think there's any challenge. They make my life easy. That's what elite players do, is just make players around them better, and that's what those two do. So I don't think that there's anything they do difficult on me. I think they demand a lot from me, and I demand a lot from myself. So, but yeah, I think it's not much of a challenge.
What was it like to face Crosby?
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. Obviously, he's an incredible player, and watched him growing up as a kid, and it's pretty surreal. You kind of just look at him in awe, and. But it was really fun. I was trying to focus on the game, but yeah, it's pretty surreal to kind of play against that guy.
A lot of young guys come in and they face Crosby for the first time, but they're not like matched against them. Like, do you notice anything in particular that you didn't know before when you're in that matchup against him?
Yeah, he skates so well. He's so strong on his skates, and he's tough to move off the puck. I think that's everyone sees that, and it's just getting to see it firsthand. It's pretty incredible.
How tough is it giving up that late one in the second, going in trailing now in the third versus being even?
Yeah, it wasn't good for our momentum. I think we needed to come out and have a good start. And I think we played well in the third period. I think we came out with the good legs and, made a lot of chances. I think we just didn't capitalize. I know I had Willie made a great pass to me, and I had an opportunity to, tie the game, but, unfortunately I couldn't do it. And so, yeah, it was tough to come in the intermission, but I think we still jumped back pretty well.
What do you take away from a game like this?
I thought we did a good job coming back in the third and giving ourselves the best chance to win. And I think we saw a little bit of their surge in the second. And from my perspective, being able to get one of those saves, so we at least go in, even into the third period would be big. So that's my focus is to make the saves when the team needs it.
What was your perspective of that third goal that they scored?
Not much of a perspective, honestly. I kind of saw him release it, and then I lost a little bit of sight of it. It was a little busy in front of the net, just kind of off the face-off, but yeah, just kind of found its way.
What's it like to face Crosby?
Pretty cool. It's him and Malkin, and even Letang, Carlson, those guys you grew up watching, and I grew up watching, and it's pretty special to be able to play against them.
Was there a cool moment that you had there with dealing with a shot of his, or Matthew just talked about being in awe at certain points looking over there?
Maybe them coming off for the power play or something. Their full lineup that I've watched, play in the Stanley Cup Finals when I was younger, so it's pretty cool.
Auston, what was the difference in this one?
It was tight. Obviously, a tough one to give up. Last minute of the period there, and thought we had some looks to tie it up, but it just didn't go in. But I thought there was some good process throughout the game. It's never going to be perfect. They're a good team over there. They play really quick, really good off the rush. But I've been playing some tight games lately, so sometimes it's the way it goes.
What's your sense of your line right now?
It's a little hit or miss, honestly. I think just the consistency has been a big thing, and that can be frustrating at times. I think it's good. Sometimes we'll pile on a couple good shifts, and then there's segments throughout the game and throughout periods where we just don't have much going on. So it's on us to figure out as a group and just being more connected, all 5 guys on the ice.
What's the key to being more connected like that?
I just think communication, knowing and feeling where guys are going to be out there in spots, and a lot of times it's just effort based rather than skill based. So.
Do you have a sense of why it's been just a bit off all year?
I think if I knew the exact answer, we'd fix it.
What's your sense of, how Knies has fit in with you guys?
He's been good. It's not easy to, being your first season, and he's playing some tough minutes. He's playing in some tough matchups. So I think he's been handling it really well. He, was an easy guy to talk to and communicate with, and a lot of talk from us on the bench of what we see out there, what we want from each other and stuff like that. But he's a great player. He's smart. So sometimes it takes time, and there's going to be periods of time where maybe it's the puck's jumping on you. It's not going maybe the way you'd expect, but that's when you just got to kind of put your work boots on and just work hard.
Sheldon, what did you see as the difference tonight?
They scored 3, we scored 2. I think it was a pretty even game throughout. If you take, they dominated the second period, we dominated the third period, but they got the puck to go in, and we didn't.
How do you feel about the top line tonight?
I thought they were good. Those guys had lots of jump. They were on the attack. No issues with them.
How deflating was that goal late in the second period? It looked like you guys were trying to keep it.
Yeah, it is for sure. You're almost out of the period there, and all even. It's a tough one to give up. To me, the tougher one to give up was the second one. We got full possession of that puck here again, and our D gets into our forwards' hands, and we get a chance for a very clean breakout, and out we go. Instead, we give it back to the defenseman again and compound the problem, and ends up in our net. To me, that's the game right there.
What went into the decision to go 11 and 7?
Just really wanted to. We had some question marks on defense here on the back-to-back, and wanted to insulate guys. Obviously, Timmins trying to get back up to speed on the back-to-back. Didn't necessarily want to take him out of the lineup, but thought we could benefit from having an extra guy there, and on forward, I just thought it would allow us to keep a better rhythm that way with keeping 11 guys involved. Really, it was based on having extra support on defense.
Obviously not bouncing Mitch's way right now. He seems a bit down after some of these plays. Are you noticing any frustration creeping in with him at all?
No, all guys want to score. Guys want to win. I thought that line was good today. That's interesting, right? We're getting all sorts of questions about these guys, and I think we all agree that they can play better. They've set such a high standard, they can play better. But yet here we are, one of the many reports I get before every game. I'm reading through them here before the game, and I look at one of them. I look at is our 5-on-5 scoring this season, and at the top of the list is Mitch Marner. So, guy here that we say is, hasn't played his best hockey and has all the hardest matchups every single night, yet is at the top of our team in 5-on-5 scoring. So it's interesting how it all works out. We'll stay building our group and building our game, but let's not pile on the negatives here.